My name is Nei-Lani, Saville-Russ, and it is okay to not be okay. Mental health is our state of being mentally. It's it's not only emotion, but it's, I feel like our mental health really takes over our whole being. When the brain is affected, it affects all of us in how we move, how we think, how we feel, and that can also lead to tons of other things. So mental health is important. It's the main reason why I can and can't do the things that I want to do. It gets in the way of a lot of major important projects that I want to accomplish. It gets in the way of myself as a person, and it kind of stops me from being the person I want to become. So mental health is very important, and I push everyone to get help if they need it. My current state of mind is, I would love to say it could be better, but that's not the case. There are days where it's better, and there are days where it feels like I don't want to try anymore, and I just want to give up. I don't really have any good coping mechanisms as of right now. I've lost interest in all the things that help me cope. If I was feeling better, or if I were doing things that did help me cope, I would longboard. I love to write poetry. I love hanging out with friends, talking on the phone, video games, and watching anime and movies. But I haven't been able to do those things recently, so those are some of the things I do to help cope. I feel like I'm still the same. Well, no, I take that back. I didn't react well to it. I ended up taking 2 years off because it was too much for me, and I didn't know how to handle it. I am back now, and I'm still learning how to handle the stress. And every semester, I learn something new about myself and the different triggers I have. So my mental health was better my freshman and sophomore year as a college student, until I went through a really bad breakup and some issues at home. So it's kind of back to where it was. I'm not okay mentally. I have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So college really did bring that out of me, more so than I thought. For all these years, I did think that I was okay when really I wasn't at all. And now I'm getting help. All my life, I felt like I've been in a dark place. Every day I wake up and I think to myself, why is it so hard for me to just wake up and be happy? But normally, I do have my days where I can catch myself before it gets too bad. So when I'm in a dark place, what I do is I'll turn to my roommate or a friend, or I'll turn on music that speaks positive things, that has positive lyrics within it, or sometimes even just simply as going outside will make the biggest difference in my mental state at that moment. Coming from an abusive first relationship and witnessing abuse within my family, those have really shaped me and my mental health, as well as being bullied for majority of my life, and not really having the support and the support and from my family and others to help cope with it. I found out last year through my therapist that I have, what is it? I can't even think of it. Passive suicidal ideations. So a lot of my actions are suicidal. but because I'm not saying that I'm going to kill myself, because I'm not doing the actual act of it, doesn't make it not, if that makes sense. I know it was worse when I was in middle school and high school. I did contemplate and I did almost do it, but I didn't. I'm still here, and I obviously wouldn't be here without my little sister, but I do still kind of have those days where I ponder it, but I will never act upon it because I'm too afraid to. At first, I wasn't really, I didn't really know how it worked, but now, since I've done it so many times, I recommend it to others, and it's the main thing, like, you have to be open to it. You have to go with the mindset of you want to help yourself and you want to get better, because you won't, they can't do the work for you. They can help you and tell you what it's going to take and why you feel this way, but at the end of the day, it's going to take yourself and it's really just going to take you at the end of the day to make that change within yourself and to accept the things that you are going through. My advice would be, it's okay, and it may not feel like no one cares. It may not feel like people don't want to hear you. It may feel like you're alone, but at the end of the day, you're not. You're never really alone. I do recommend therapy. I do recommend, even if you can't find a therapist or don't trust a therapist, anyone you trust within your close circle. I'm not talking about acquaintances. I'm not talking about people you might be talking to. I'm talking about actual friendships, actual people who will be there for you to help you through those rough times. Oh, and stop taking negative energy in. When you're in a depressive state, try to stay away from the sad songs. Try to stay away from the things that might trigger it to make it worse.